Hello, you awesome people. Welcome back to another of my Friday lives. This is the Friday Friendship Club from Tranquility. And here is the symbol of our community. We link together in a community and say hello to everybody. So thank you for coming and watching my channel. And before I begin today, I want to remind you that if you want to pay for anything for StreamYard or start doing StreamYard, and you're going to be paying for some of the paid parts of it, then if you click my link below, and you will get $10 credit when you spend $25. Obviously, that equates in different countries. So if you're considering doing StreamYard and you think you might pay for the extra bits and pieces, such as bringing more people up on the chat than just the limit, adding your own backgrounds, adding lots more bits, there's far more you can do with it if you pay. So if you're interested in looking at that, then do it via my link and you will make some money there. So instead of paying 25 euros, you will get $25, you will get $10 off. So what are we talking about today? Well, this is the friendship channel. So I will talk about today the way that I make friends, something a little bit different to the norm perhaps. And I'm very interested, as you probably know, I'm very interested in people, where they come from and about their own countries. Let's say from the horse's mouth. There's no point reading news. We all know a lot of the news is fake and politically biased, and you will be told what they want you to know rather than facts. So to find out about other countries and what's really going on, I like to talk to people from those countries, not what's put out there. And I always ask people when they come here, what do they know about Cyprus or what they think they know? And I have seen so many YouTube channels out there talking about the history of Cyprus. And as you may know, the war in 1974, and a lot of YouTubers are coming over here making a film about it, and it's completely wrong. So please ask people in the actual country, not someone who comes and makes a film about it. And someone was talking the other day to me about someone that they've seen has done a really good YouTube video about it. I've seen it. It's factually wrong in many ways. So do ask local people for local info. So where do all these people come from that I make friends with? Well, this is from my volunteering scheme. I'm actually part of Workaway volunteering site. It's an app that is worldwide. And I've linked it in the description below, which will actually take you to my profile page. But from there, you can actually look through the whole site, and you can be a host, which costs you nothing, or you can be a volunteer. I think there's a small annual subscription for being a volunteer. And as I've said many times, the volunteers can be qualified in certain aspects. They can be students. I've had ones that are doing internships to complete courses, doing things here. They can just be people willing to learn. And we've often had a lot of people that just want to experience a proper, frugal, off-grid life and see what their downfalls are and if they can really hack it. And I have had some, to be fair, that actually came to learn about growing. And when I've explained, if they're looking for a hot country, you've got to water a lot of these things. I use hugelkultur, so it contains moisture in the straw and whatever else I've used, fabric and whatever else. But there are occasions, like we've just had a massive heat wave, when you do have to get up early before the sun's up and water. So if you want to be self-sufficient and grow lots of crops, these are things to bear in mind. You can't say, I want a lie-in today. No, this is one reason, along with many others, why I don't have animals, as in a homestead. I just couldn't do it all day long, every day. I know that. There are many other reasons as well, but yeah, that is one big reason for me. As I say, many more as well. So I'm going to show you some clips today about Workaway. And as I say, if you want to be a volunteer, you don't have to have any experience whatsoever. You can pair yourself up by reading everyone's profile as to what you want out of it and what they're asking for. So it doesn't have to be homesteading or gardening. It might be to help you tidy your house. It might be to help you fit a kitchen. It might just be more companionship and someone just to support you doing whatever you need to do, or make you progress to get on with something. And the stays can be as long or as short as you both decide. The only thing you can't do is ask them to help, say, with a bed and breakfast, or if it's agricultural work and that is your business. So if you're selling stuff, produce, then you can't ask people to help, volunteer to help with it, because obviously you're bringing people in from other countries. Of course, it can be volunteers from your own country, and all you have to provide is somewhere comfortable to sleep, and obviously a toilet and shower, and obviously a bath if you want to, and they can be shared. And you can have as many or as few volunteers at once, but just make sure they've all got a bed. A lot of them actually have like dorms set up. They have like outbuildings and bunks and all sorts. So as long as you're very clear in your profile what you're offering, then that's fine. So do look at that, and do check if you're volunteering as to what the accommodation is, because as I say, it can be very far removed from what you might be expecting. And just to let you know, our utility room, which is their own private toilet and shower, is a flushing proper toilet, because I know some people aren't comfortable with a compost toilet. So, as I say, I'm very interested in people all around the world, and this is how I make friends. We've been invited to many countries, the homes of our volunteers, but of course I can no longer travel. But just to let you know, you can make friends in that respect, and most of them have kept in contact with us, which is lovely. So let me know in the comments below a little bit about where you're from, and then maybe we could share that in a future video. And of course, you can come up here on a live with me, but you have to email me if you want to be a guest on my live. So as I say, the email is also in the description below, so check that out. And as I say, send me info about where you're from. I love it, those that haven't got channels on YouTube. That's the only social media I follow and have. And people send me emails if they don't have a channel, and keep me up to date with their life, because I enjoy that so much. So let me know where you're from. And I always ask anyone who comes here, whether they're a guest with our non-Airbnb. I say Airbnb now, we used to be on Airbnb, but now they want over €200 upfront before you take any bookings each year. So I can't afford to do that. So let me just say, I still call it Airbnb, because if they change those rules back to how they were, then of course I'm going to put my accommodation on there. Also, it's a word people know of, but we do two things now. To cover legalities, you can either stay with us as a workaway, so you're volunteering, and that's free accommodation in return for 3 hours help Monday to Friday, or you can come and stay with us like an Airbnb. And what we say is, instead of helping out, we ask for a donation towards our projects. So if you want to just come for a holiday without helping out, because of course I'm covering people with disabilities and inabilities of being able to maybe get up or help with what we actually need. So it's all inclusive, as in, if you want to come but you can't help, then of course we just say pay a donation for staying here instead of volunteering. So that's what we're doing. So just to let you know that. So you can stay with us either way, and that's what we're doing. Here's a little promo about our volunteering side. And as you can see there, that was one of our past volunteers. We've had many volunteers here. Each one is completely unique and offer different skills. Even if they think they don't have skills, they certainly go home with more skills. If you want to do the volunteering, then you have to go on the link to the Workaway site below. As I say, it won't cost you to be a host, but there's a small charge, I believe. It doesn't come to us, to the site. If you want to stay with us, then click the link below that I've put Airbnb, just so we're clear that that's a holiday only. And also the reason for emailing me, which is under the Airbnb link, is because we have different accommodation available. So obviously I don't now have a site for that for the current time. So let's begin talking about volunteering here. If you've got any questions at all, then please ask me. I'm not a registered ambassador for them, but I think it is the actual best volunteering site. I'm not endorsed by them in any shape or form. And they do respond very well to any queries I've had about any situations and so on and so forth. So if you want to know anything about it, I have got many videos on it. I do have a video where it's almost like a Q&A, but not quite, where I actually come up with, if you're going to be a new host or a new volunteer, things to think about and ask when you're booking places and so on and so forth. So there's little helps there. But we'll go on now to a video of one of my many videos that I've done on volunteering here. So let's take a look at that.
Metal is... Find the metal, yes?
Yeah.
And up there,
I want the metal down.
a metal down.
Yeah. Unless you need to. Where is this coming from? Because all this has to come out. Because the metal stops
Yeah.
a lot of this coming up. So if it's possible,
Okay, so
if possible to this way.
okay, give me a, how can I say it?
Shovel.
Shovel.
Spade.
Spade, it's shovel.
Come see what size you want.
Remember this word?
Spade is the spade. Spade.
Okay. So
Yeah. Nasty. Nasty. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you need that all. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, bye-bye.
and before metal, yeah. Before metal, yeah.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
Metal don't touch.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Well done. Because that stops a lot of it. The metal stops. Before metal, no metal everywhere. Metal better.
Okay.
So that was a very good example of the type of things you will probably do here. I would say 99.9% are outdoor jobs. So think about when you travel to another country for volunteering, what the temperature will be or what the weather will be like. So we do have a few jobs up our sleeves for if there's sudden bad weather, which you don't really get in Cyprus. You know exactly when you're going to have bad weather, because we don't get rain in summer, for example, at all. So we know it's summer, we're not going to get rain. But I do have a couple of things up my sleeves if we suddenly get a dust storm or something like that. But on the whole, we want jobs outside, obviously, to help us get along. And you would have seen one little clip there where why my workaways are doing something, I'm doing something else that I can do, normally as much as possible near them, so we can chat and we can learn each other's languages. And often I do actually work with them, which you would have seen with my most recent volunteers as well. So do have a look at my videos, have a look through, and you'll see not only do I do videos of them helping, and by the way, that is in the profile on my page to say that they will be filmed showing what they do, which they can use for their own profile page as a video link to show how capable they are and what sort of things they've done. I also film a Q&A with them. Now, a couple of people have not been happy to do that, which they don't have to do that. It's about being filmed doing the work. But some of them love doing the Q&A afterwards. The ones that haven't done it is ones that have had difficulty speaking in English. So, yes, it could be subtitled, but there's lots of words and that talking together. If I don't speak their language, then obviously it'd be difficult to do questions. So that's fine. But do know if you apply, then you are being filmed doing the work, which shows people what you've done. And as I say, also for the profile of themselves. Because if I saw someone that offered to come and work here and there was a video showing what they've done somewhere else, then of course I'm going to be interested in that. It really gives, rather than just saying what you've done, it shows the skills involved in what they did do. So, as I say, if you want to know anything else about that, for me, it's a way to make friends from many, many different cultures. So, and that's what you'll hear I do in the Q&A. I ask them what they think is different about Cyprus to what they imagined as well, is often a question I ask them. So we're going to finish it there, and I hope to see you on my other channel as well, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus, and I hope very soon I will see you there. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's so appreciated.